on. Come on. Oh, my God. Oh, where did that come from? I ordered it. Hello, everybody, all right? Yeah. Thanks very much for coming out. Are you looking forward to this? Yeah. I am so excited. I'm so excited. What a beautiful venue, yeah? Beautiful venue, the lights, the crowd. They're excited. You've been looking forward to it all week, haven't you? I have. I honestly. All week, all day. You've been looking forward to it all week as well, haven't you? You've been on the sunbed, haven't you? Been looking forward to it, haven't you? You've been looking forward to it. You've combed your hair. Everyone's come out, hey? Best jumper on because you knew it was being filmed. And then every single one of us today, myself included, at some point has gone, shall we fuck it off? Because no matter what, whatever you've planned, whatever you're thinking of doing, on the day itself, can you be arsed? You've said that to each other, haven't you? I know. You've looked at the tickets and gone, I thought it was Jason Manford, fuck's sakes. Can you be arsed? Looking at the weather today's throwing you on it. Don't know what to wear, it's windy. No one's got clothes for the wind. No one, has it? No one ever bought a coat and went, no, I'll be all right, that for the wind. What do you mean I bought a coat for the wind? It's a cape. So you might have even phoned your friends. And gone, can you be arsed? And they've gone, why? We're thinking of cancelling, because there's nothing better than someone cancelling on you when you was about to cancel. Oh. You get a moral high ground, the night off, and the money back. It's fucking brilliant. So you got here, well done, we're here, I came, we all came. And now you're sitting, you're thinking, how long will this shit go on for? So let me tell you, I'm the only one in the business that does this, right? Everybody else keeps you hanging on and waiting. I'll tell you, we started more or less on time. The show's about an hour, right? You'll be out of here for 9:30. If you're local, you'll be home, match of the day, bra off, feet up, butter chicken, you'll be having it all. The night won't be over when I'm finished. I'm not going to keep you here forever. No one ever came to a comedy show, did they, and went, how was it? Oh, it was great, but I wish it had gone on a bit longer. I wish it'd done another half hour. So it's good, it's now. I need to address something, obviously, that you're looking at me going, well, what's he going to talk about? What's it going to be about? Yeah? Well, I'll tell you. Myself. I'm a middle-aged, middle-class, white, cis, heteronormative, dull fucking bloke. Level 1, basic, nothing special about me. Honestly, I'm like a crumpet. I'm just so, you know what I mean by a crumpet? Everyone likes them, but no one thinks I'll have some more. You know, you'll just... Every time you have one, you go, it's all right, but you're never like, oh, I wish I'd had more. So that's what I am. I'm left-handed. That's my only exciting thing. That's my kink, right? I don't know. He's in a sex club. What are you into? I can tweak you from the other side. I don't know. So that's what I'll be talking about, because it's been too long since white middle-aged men have had a chance to speak for themselves. I'm glad that got that response. You're all right. That joke there is a litmus test just to find out what kind of audience you are. The fact that you question it, you go, oh, it's right. You're right to question it. Barnsley, oh. They all stood up there, you're fucking right, mates. They all started changing into superhero outfits and having a Fathers for Justice night. It's all right. I understand my privilege. I know where we're at. It's okay. I'll be talking about myself being a middle-aged man. Have we got middle-aged men in? Yeah, there's more than that, lads. I can see you. We are filming this, you know. I can see across the top of you. It's like we're taking the lid off the cotton buds. There's so many middle-aged men in here. I know why you didn't answer, because you're never allowed to speak, are you, normally? I won't be speaking. I'll be speaking about middle-aged men. Middle-aged men and myself and things. I won't be speaking about middle-aged women, to middle-aged women, about middle-aged women, or anywhere near any middle-aged women that might be in the audience, especially the ones that can't control the temperature. I'm not... I'm not going to ask if anyone is menopausal. I don't need to, I can see you. Fucking fuming. What do you know about it, you fat prick? Huh? What do you know about that, hey, fat prick? Absolutely angry. Their husbands are staring at me going, for fuck's sakes, mate. We got dressed here on time. This is a win, dickhead. Move on. What do I know about it? And my advice isn't, I'm not going to try and shout the odds about it. I'm going to try and help everybody in this scenario. My advice is not to people like me, brave soldiers. We've already been down the road, haven't we? We're beyond that. You know, it's to the younger people in the audience, the men who may be in relationships the next few years with women, or indeed women who may be in relationships with the other menopause, two menopausal women together. Oh, that's a fucking day out I'd like to see. That trip to IKEA is like Fukushima, isn't it? Two menopausal lesbians living. Jesus, Sandra, you hairy bitch, we don't need anything. What do I know about the menopause? Well, I know a little bit about the menopause. We've got it in our house at the moment. We. She's quite early on her journey. Is she perimenopausal? No, she's fucking very menopausal. She's on 3 patches a day at the moment. She doesn't know about the third one. I tend to administer that myself of a morning, like on the threshold. There you go, love. Let that absorb. Give us all a fucking fighting chance. Hot. She's very hot all the time. Spends most of the day, if she can, walking down the house in just her pants. That's all she wears. Wandering around the house in just her knickers. It's like living with a middle-aged Mowgli. And I'm just following her around. The other day I caught myself, right? She's walking down in the pants and I'm just wearing my vest because I don't know. You're not of this age yet. I bought a vest the other day. You've bought a vest, haven't you? Comes to every man in his life where you feel you need something close that holds you and doesn't ask anything of you. So I bought a vest from Marx's, right? I didn't mess about. Straight to Marx's. I put the vest on, and like every man in here who buys his first vest, I put it on, I looked in the mirror, and I went, Tony Soprano. And she walked past and went, Jim Royal. And I went... So she's walking down in the pants, I'm just wearing a vest, nothing else. And I'm following her like I'm Winnie the Pooh. It's like we've gone to... She's Mowgli, I'm Winnie the Pooh, like we've gone to Disneyland and on ketamine for the first time in our lives. So I do know a little bit about it. I'm trying to get involved. I'm trying my best to understand. And here's my advice to anybody who finds themselves in a relationship with somebody who's menopausal. Because people ask me questions after the show. Is there a handout, Justin? No, there's not. You have to listen now. And here's what you have to do, right? They ask me, what should I say? And here's the answer, fuck all. Yeah. For about a decade. That's what you do. But what you do is you do a lot of listening. That's what you do. Get good at listening. That's what I am. I am so fucking good at listening. I'm nodding and I tip my head like a Labrador waiting for a treat every now and then. Because men are the problem here. Because men in the room, I'm here to tell you some truths about yourself. We are preordained with this idea that we can solve problems. Every man in the room, every woman in the room knows this about men in their life. Every man in the room thinks he can solve problems. We're blessed with that kind of certainty. What we're not blessed with is any skills whatsoever to solve any fucking problems. We've got all the desire, none of the fire, right? So we try and get involved. Like we try and solve the menopause like it's a DIY problem. Walking in with a fag on the go. Is there out I can do for that menopause? No. Don't bring Darren in from next door, right? Because that's what you do for every DIY problem. Darren's just going to come in and go, I don't know if he tried WD-40. No! The last thing she needs is penetrating oil. So talk about it, so you listen about it, find out what's going on and learn. I've got a book now. I've got this book, The Beginner's Guide to the Menopause. I don't know where it came from. It just hit me one day. This book is 39 separate conditions a woman may struggle with during this period due to the lack of estrogen, ranging from the restless legs at night, the brain fog, the itchy skin, the heat control, the murderous intent, the lack of libido, the increase in libido, sometimes in the same sentence. I fucking hate you, kiss me, Jesus, I'm scared. Just do some listening, that's what you need to do. Just do some nodding. Every now and then you could talk about some of the symptoms if you're brave enough. No one needs to open a conversation with number 39. No one needs to ruin a bank holiday weekend like I did with, how's your vaginal dryness? As I said it, I could feel my ancestors dragging me back from the precipice. What are you doing? How's your... As the words tumbled out of my stupid fat mouth. How's your vaginal... She looked at me, she went, say it again, dickhead. And I was so frightened. I didn't know what to do. So I said it again. I said it again, but this time I put in the apology curtsy. I went, how's your vaginal dryness? Sorry. And when her head stopped spinning, right, and she fixed me with one eye like a drunken pirate, she went, how's my vaginal dryness? Well, for the first time, it's not your fault. So, yeah. 1-0 to her, I think that's right, isn't it? You've looked frightened all the way through this, mate. Are you all right? What's your name, my mate? Andrew. Are you local, Andrew? Ormskirk. All right. Are you okay, Andrew? Yeah. Okay. Is this your partner? Yes. Been together long? Couple of years or so. And you are called? Paula. Is he open to talking about important things like the menopause? No? Is he a closed book, is he? All right. What do you do, Andrew? You're an accountant. All right, let's leave it there. I mean, I'm filming this. It's got to be funny, hasn't it? I mean, just... Do you like double entry? Yeah. It's the only joke I know. It's the only accountancy joke. I like this fella as well. You got glasses like me, but you're wearing a... Is that a Stone Island you're wearing? Grow the fuck up. Oh, no, it's a Fred Perry. It's all right. It's okay. You're all right. It's okay. So... what will the show be about? Well, I'll tell you what it's called. The show's called Stretch and Think. Why is it called that? Let me tell you. Fucking hell, hang on. My daughter is a Catholic. Have we got any Catholics in? Yeah. All right, I'm not a Catholic myself. I help them out when they're busy. By the way, before we go anywhere further with this, right, when I start talking about this, I understand that some people, if you start talking about religion and things like that, they go, oh, here we go. Lulled us in with the menopause, and now he's going to offend us. Now he's going to offend the Christians, the easy target. I'm not at all. I'm just going to talk about my experience. If you're offended and you're a Christian, then forgive me. That's what you do. Move on. That's your raison d'etre. That's the idea, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a get out of jail card, isn't it? You know, some of them deep down will be like, and tutting every now and then. Wouldn't be saying that about the Muslims. And you're right. Look at the room twitch. Look at the room twitch. Look at the room panic. Not for the reasons you think. No, the reasons why I don't talk about Islam and things like that, because I don't know enough about it. That's fair enough, isn't it? You should joke about what you know about. And to be honest with you, fatwa is harder to get over than a tut. So, I wasn't brought up Catholic. I was a Christian. We were brought up Christians. We weren't Catholics. We were Methodists. I don't know if we've got any Methodists in the house. Yeah. Yes. Very simple religion, isn't it? Very plain. Like balsa wood religion, isn't it? It's just very basic, isn't it? No drinking, no gambling, no fun. Very much halal. In many ways, we are. With the Muslims of the Christian world, except you can take your wife with you to worship. So that's just a fact. You're all right. You don't have to laugh at that. But you don't need to panic either. You just move the fuck on, we'll be all right. So my daughter's a Catholic. I go with her to Mass sometimes. I like to go to Mass. I do like Mass. It's the most show busy of all the religious ceremonies, I think. Your priest is in a frock, the headliner, isn't he? He's a handbag with a smoke in, bells are going off, bangers, everyone's having a good time. Everyone knows the dances, everyone's standing up, sitting down, shaking hands, bowing. And I'm trying to join in, but I'm always one beat behind like an uncle on a TikTok video. She goes to Catholic school, and she's chosen in PE, because she's got an option in PE to do yoga, because that's the fucking world we live in now, where children are choosing to do yoga for PE. That's not the PE that made this country great, is it? What's your name, my friend? Mark. You didn't do yoga in PE, did you? You did proper PE, didn't you? PE meted out by a psychopath, didn't you? PE brought to you by an absolute fucking Nazi, yeah? A games teacher. Fucking angry, angry men who wanted to be teachers, but they weren't clever enough, were they? So they went to Loughborough, got a tracksuit and a copy of Mein Kampf, and they came back to the provinces and meted out their destruction, didn't they? Cross country, do you remember that? Get running, fatty. I don't want to run, sir. I don't like it. Get fucking running. I've not brought my kit. You're all right. There's some in there, in the bucket. Do you remember the bucket? That bucket lost property. It wasn't, was it? It was all the kit from all the kids that had died. All the fat kids that had died. All the fat kids that had died smelling the piss and fear. Don't fit me, sir. It looks good on you, that skirt. Now get fucking running, skirts. There's me, chubby little me, running around a skirt. Not cross country either, not the countryside where I lived. We ran around an industrial estate through an abandoned chemical plant. It was like Chernobyl. Jumping over rainbows in puddles. One of the kids grew an extra toe. It was radioactive. An extra toe. His pumps didn't fit him after Easter. She now does yoga. She says, every Wednesday afternoon. Sat on her ass in leggings. It's my kind of an afternoon. Honestly, Wednesdays was double drama, English, read a book, I'm a tree, sit on her ass. But because it's a Catholic school, they can't call it yoga, can they? Because it's got Buddhist connotations, so they call it stretch and think. So that's why I called the show that. It's a shit reason, but here we are. What I've been thinking about, I'll tell you what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about a lot of things. Middle-aged men like myself, a lot of time on my hands to think about a lot. I was thinking about how you all reacted when I said Muslims before. You all panicked a little bit, didn't you? Everyone's like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting this. I've nothing against anybody. I'm quite fine. I'm not, unless they're the nasty ones. I don't like, you know what I mean? I'm up with anybody. I mean, we've not got, the Prescot branch of ISIS in, have we tonight? I don't want to offend any of those renegades in. Have we got any? Heighten ISIS. Want to build a caliphate in St. Helens. Needs improving, doesn't it? You know what I mean? But no, oh, sorry. ISIS, they get a bad rap, don't they, ISIS? I don't know if you noticed that. The press is always pretty down, isn't it, about ISIS? But you don't know this, like, a while ago. Do you remember when it was the COVID, the lockdowns and all that? Do you know ISIS took a COVID break? Yeah. Don't see anyone clapping for them on a Thursday, though, did you? Nurses and teachers and anyone who works in Aldi. There you go. ISIS took the time off. You're all like, well, that's the basic minimum. Don't kill people. And do you know we know that ISIS took a COVID break? They issued a press release. That's right. ISIS have got a press officer. Who runs that? Who gets a 2-1 in business management from Edge Hill? Where are you going? Is it London for the bright lights of the city? No. I'm going to run communications from this cave in Kabul. And they put this... You think about it, COVID was good for ISIS, wasn't it? Because no one went to school, the pubs shut, and everyone covered their faces up. So in many ways... transaction complete. It's always a sticky part of the show, this. It's always a little bit where you're not really working out whether I'm good or bad here. But I am. I'm all good. I'm all good, right? I've nothing against anyone, only the bad ones. I don't think you should. You're in safe hands. You're all right. Panic ye not, all right? Because some of you don't even like the jokes about it. Don't even joke about it, Justin. It's serious stuff, this. Because it's coming, you know. What is Sharia law? It's fucking coming. Is it? Oh, it's coming. Is it? What? Is it? What? It's already in Wolverhampton. Yeah, it's... is it? Yeah, it's coming up the M6. Yeah, it's coming... it's going up in stages. They're going to have it in Stoke, but they have nothing new in Stoke. So he'll be in Warrington next. That's where they'll have it. And I go, well, what is Sharia law? They go, oh, it's bad though, isn't it, Justin? It's bad, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, it's terrible. It's fucking terrible. Oh, it's bad. What is it? Oh, I don't know. There are some aspects of Sharia law that are despicable and I'm not into them, I'll be honest with you. But there are some aspects of it that I will join in on. How about this? Interest-free mortgages. Allahu Akbar, where do I sign? I am involved in that. Forget Nat West, I'm going Nat East. That's where I'm going. Interest-free mortgages. Cost of living crisis. Fuel bills, I can't even afford to gaslight the wife. Glad she's menopausal. We've been on economy 7 for years now. So some aspects of it, obviously, they're not. I'll tell you this, right? I'll tell you this. This is what I think, right? Interest-free mortgage. If they came to me, right, the new Sharia overlords, and they came with the new laws, and they came to me and they said, thou, because that's how they all speak, biblical, medieval people. Thou, no one else ever says that, do they, except in St. Helens? Thou, for the purpose of these people who are watching this on whatever, I don't know where it's going to be, Netflix, Dodgy Box, wherever it's going to... For the purpose of these people watching at home, I'm referring to St. Helens. It's a town not far from where we're recording, which is a unique kind of town. We've got people in from St. Helens. Yeah, of course you are. Get out of the town, yeah. It's half Scouse, isn't it, and half Wall. I love it. You can come to it and go, and the next person will go, two separate people coexisting. Thou, they'll say to me, thou, from now on, thou shall not have a chippy tea on a Friday. I'd say you can fuck right off. With respect, Dr. Sharia, right? With respect. Thank you for the mortgages. But if you're denying me, a proud, working class, northern Englishman, the right to have deep-fried, double carbohydrates of a Friday, you can fuck right off. That is a line in the sand, all right? Whether or not I should be having double deep-fried carbohydrates of a Friday is a moot point. I mean, technically, as I am pre-diabetic. But like I said to my GP, aren't we all? I mean, you're either diabetic or you're pre-diabetic, aren't you? You know, I'm currently pre-AIDS. I hope. If you said to me, you can't have a chippy tea on a Friday, I can say, you can fuck right off. And I sense the mood in the room shift. Well, one or two of you, I know, perhaps not comedy fans, perhaps not Justin fans, perhaps come here because it's such a wonderful theatrical venue and nudging each other going, bloody hell, Marjorie. I was not expecting that. Shh, Deirdre. Marjorie, this lad's lurched too far to the right. This lad's gone too far to the right for me. I was expecting some jollity. I was expecting some mild ribaldry. I wasn't expecting this bloody Fathers for Justice, bloody England for the English, bloody far-right Nazi shite. Calm down, I will not calm down, Marjorie. I'm not having this. It's just a bit. He's using it as a bit. He'll bring it up later in the show. When everyone remembers it, they'll all feel good about themselves. What do you mean? It's a theatrical device. All comedians do it. They labour a point which sits really confusingly amongst their other stuff. And then later on when they bring it up, we all feel warmed and enriched by simply remembering something. Do you think so? I fucking know so. It's just a trick. I've seen this lad before. Have you? Yes. Where? St. Helens. Oh, I see. He's already doing it. Yes. So we'll move on. We don't need to worry about... I mean, terrorism is an awful thing at the moment, but there's more than that to worry about at the moment. We've got actual wars going on, you know this. We've got wars going on. The terrible thing, 2 years is the time of recording. The 2 years, I mean, maybe it's over. The 2 years going on in Ukraine. Can you believe that's been going on over 2 years now? With the international... I can't believe it. Because right at the early start, I imagine somebody went into the Kremlin and met Mr. Putin and said, President, we have problem. What is problem? I think we are losing a war on propaganda. Tell me. There is Scout Hut in Wiston flying Ukrainian flag. Fuck our Kayla. I like Zelensky, right? But there's war going on. And you notice, by the way, I say Ukraine, not the Ukraine. We used to say the Ukraine, didn't we? Do you remember that? We used to say the Ukraine, but we don't say that now because that's really upsetting the good people of Kyiv when we get their place names wrong, because that's the thing they're worried about most, isn't it, over there in that war-torn fucking landscape. My life is terrible, my job's gone, my house destroyed, my wife now living in Warrington with man she met on Facebook Marketplace. A man called Martin said he'd take her in, and now she goes for a meal deal at Marks and Spencer's Burton Wood. And I saw she gets chicken Kiev. I have never been so embarrassed in my life. I like Zelensky. Do you like Zelensky? Good guy, proper guy. Stands there in the middle of Ukraine calling out his Russian counterparts. Here I am, bring it on. I will fight you, Putin, you motherfucker. He's calling them out like that. He reminds me of a certain section of community that you see in rural Ireland. Do you know the people I mean? I'm not going to mention them. Do you know what I mean? Certain section of community in rural Ireland, like a fucking fight, but they've not worked out a WhatsApp group. So they film it all in a car park. Put it on YouTube and they're there. They look like they've ram-raided Sports Direct and they're wearing it all at once. I hear now, you know, John Boy, I said it'd be a fucking fair fight now. You disrespected me, your dad, your dog and your brother. You did that, you know. Be a fucking fair fight. There's always a lad next to him in a vest, not a good vest, one with Lonsdale on, not my vest. I'll fight you as well. He's a leader, though, Zelensky. I think he's a good leader. I think he makes our own leadership that we've had in this country look poor in comparison. We've got Rishi Sunak at the moment, little pocket rocket, little fucking prick. Just, I mean, this is not even party political. The man's a fucking bellend, isn't he? He's about, no. It's too easy, I don't need that. Do that at the end. Save the claps. I just think that the man's a billionaire. This is what annoys me about him. He doesn't even need the job, does he? He doesn't even need the job. He gets off his horse like he's in Shrek again, and he takes them legs off. Little pocket rocket billionaire. He don't need the money. Why is it? If you had that money, you wouldn't be here tonight, would you? Where would you? You'd be van, wouldn't you? In Abersock. You'd have none of you round here. You've got class here. You've got fucking class round here. If anyone from the northwest of England had his kind of money, you wouldn't be here. You'd be at Abersock straight. The start of the season, you'd be loving it. You'd have 2 vans, wouldn't you? On the Warren, you'd have 2 vans, put them together, put some cladding around it, call it a lodge. That's what you call it. Somebody at work would go, are you going to your van at the weekend? We don't have a van, actually. We have a lodge on the Warren. Maybe he wants the power. Maybe that's what he needs. Maybe that's his psyche. Maybe that's what he needs. He's been in a job for about a year now, which is quite good going for a Prime Minister of this country over the last few years. He's lasted quite well, hasn't he? He's been in it a year, because it used to be we were having him every few months, weren't we? A few weeks in some cases. I don't know if anybody knows this, if anybody works in care for the elderly. It used to be a test, you know, that you would say to some old person just to see how they were getting on. You just check their faculties, wouldn't you? A simple question. Who's the Prime Minister? That's what you do. You just look at them and go, who's the Prime Minister? But they've had to stop doing that now. They genuinely can't do it anymore because none of us fucking know. We'd all end up in a big house in Prescot with a sippy cup going, I don't know why I'm here. I just not watch Newsnight for a fortnight. Here I am now. Winning bingo every night. Do you remember who it was before Rishi? Do you remember who it was? No? You don't remember? Liz Truss, well done. Half the audience went, oh yeah. How could you forget Liz? How could we forget Liz? What a week and a half she had. What a 10 days she had. Liz Truss came in, tanked the economy, killed the Queen and fucked off. What? What a CV. She came in, killed the economy. None of your kids will ever be able to buy a house now. Killed the Queen. We'd had that Queen for time, hadn't we? None of us could remember a time before that. Well, apart from you. None of us could remember a time before that Queen, and now Queen's dead. Now we got Charles, King Charles. Charlie, King Charles, big hands, big fucking fingers, big sausage hands. They are massive, them fingers, aren't they? I mean, it's a joke. Big Richmond sausages, big fucking... No wonder Camilla waited. Massive big sausage. It's had a tough year, Charlie, hasn't he? It's had a tough year. It's had a tough year. His mum's died. He's got a new job, swings and roundabouts. Council have let him keep the house on. His brother's a nonce and not the one he thought. His kids are falling out, aren't his kids? Done with the kids, me, falling out. Fucking, man, shut up. Especially the ginger one. I mean, the two of them, right? Just goes to show you that all that money and still life's not perfect, is it? You're a billionaire, and one of you's bald and one of you's ginger. You've got unlucky there. You've ended up with the two of the shittest heads you can have as a young man. But the ginger one does my head in more than the other one. The ginger one does my head in. He's like, moaning, oh, my brother did this, he wrote a book, my brother did this, Shut up, Ginge. Look at your life. You've got a beautiful family. You're loads of money. You live in California. You don't have to work. You don't have to work, just fuck all. I mean, I know he runs sports day every few years for... He runs sports day for kids with one leg. He does. One-legged sport. Don't be judging me now. Don't be judging me, you bipeds. Look at you all judging me. You've got the right to walk out and the ability, haven't you? Do you know who laughs at that? Yeah? One-legged people, they understand. I'm having a laugh. He runs the Invictus Games. You've seen it, haven't you? They do all the events, the hop, step and the step. The three-legged race, which is a relay. He's at the baton, it's my arm. Keep running, dickhead. Charlie, though. King Charlie now, angry all the time, isn't he? Do you remember how angry he was? Now he's poorly as well now, isn't he? I mean, I'm not wishing ill on anybody. He's poorly, isn't he? Because you imagine how angry he got when he found out how poorly he was. We saw how angry he was when he couldn't work a pen. Do you remember that? When they gave him a pen, fucking pen don't work! God, you're not even the king yet, dickhead. You're fucking King of England. Fucking pen don't work! I said, unfortunately, Mr. Charles, I don't know what he's called. Mr. King. I'm afraid it is cancer. Fucking hell! Not even on the money yet. Before Liz, we had Boris. People like Boris. Oh, I know, not us. Honestly, we're all right up here, right? Fuck all them, right? People down south, they still think, they go, oh, he's a bloody good bloke, Boris. He's a good bloke. Is he? He got Brexit done. Did he? Boris got Brexit done. Well, by using that logic, I got the bathroom done. Because about 3 or 4 years ago, we both started on a project. And it's still not done. And ironically, we now need a load of foreigners to come in and help us. Boris, I don't know how you feel about Boris. I don't trust him. That's the thing is, I don't trust him. A fundamental thing for me is trust in any kind of leader, the trust. Like, the fact is, wouldn't tell us how many kids he got. He just would not tell us how many kids he's got. Now, I understand there is some argument, there is some logic to the argument that says, why should he? He's got nothing to do with us. Fair, I can accept that argument. What I'd like to know is that he knows how many kids he's got. I'm not sure about that. He's not trustworthy, is he? I mean, even the most conservative amongst you, you must have looked at him when he was a Prime Minister going, why have we let the honey monster be in charge? It's a big bumbling fool. I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him with a pie. Do you know if you baked a pie and it was a bit hot and you had one of them, you'd have them nets from Lakeland, you know, you put on the pies. My references were everywhere, aren't they? You put them nets on to stop the flies. You go, Boris, would you watch the pie? Yes, the pie. The pie will be watched by a Conservative government. Will watch the pie. What are you on about? The pie will be watched. I can assure you. And you go, you can't touch the pie, Boris. Yes, the pie will not be touched. Don't touch the... I'm telling you, but don't touch the pie. Will not be... You come back in, there's a big fucking handprint in the pie. And there's gravy all around his grid and crumbs in his head. You go, did you touch the pie, Boris? Well, I couldn't possibly say until the results of the inquiry. The inquiry led by Sue Gray. Sue Gravy will be leading the inquiries. All these things, you know, the politics, the war, the terrorism, all these things that I worry about as a middle-aged man. And this is the problem we've got, right? Middle-aged men in the room, we get to a point in our lives. How old are you, sir? 50. You're looking good on it, mate. I'll be honest with you. I thought you was going to be a lot younger than that. Fucking hell. How old are you? 58. Have you been ill? $50, so you're just approaching it then. Would you say you're in midlife? Have you had a crisis yet? You've not? Oh, I'm checking your trainers out, mate. Look at you. You've not had a crisis. Men, this is what happens to us. Men of our certain age, between 45 and 55, it'll hit every man. We'll wake up one day and we'll suddenly find ourselves staring into the abyss, staring into that third and final trimester of this sad sack of shit existence we call life. And we'll ponder about ourselves and go, what is it? What shall become of me? What shall I be? Where am I? Why am I not special anymore? We've never been special, but we don't know this yet. And when we realise that actually there's fuck all coming, it's liberating, isn't it? It's good to know that you're done, finished, over, drained, complete. Some of you are a bit angry going, speak for yourself, dickhead. I'm a hunter-gatherer. No, you're not. Nobody hunts, nobody gathers. At best, you click and collect. Right, that's what you are now. Just a click and collector, that's what you are. Nobody hunts. No one's chasing wildebeest, are they? Everyone's clicking and collecting. Once you accept that, it's good you can get on with your life. And you start doing daft things. Men start doing... Have you had an affair, sir? No. Sorry to spring that on you, but I need to do that to get the right answer from you. He has. She's here. A few weeks ago, I was in Liverpool in a comedy club, and I asked a bloke in the audience, I said, have you had an affair? And honestly, a story was told without any words. I went, have you had an affair? He looked at his wife, and she went... And he looked at me, and he went... And in that moment, I realised that that was their thing, that they got over it, and she'd said, I will always be honest with it. And then I looked at the young woman next to me, I went, are you their daughter? She went... And I went, did you know about this? Is this how you found out? She goes, no, I've known about it since I was 12. Like, oh, are you all right about it? She said, I am. I miss my auntie. Don't have an affair, mate. Honestly, don't have an affair. I know sometimes, how long have you been together? 30 years. Sometimes you look at each other, don't you, and think, fucking hell. You do, don't you? You do, that's natural. Sometimes you look at each other and go, fuck, I could just get a pencil and ram it in his fucking nose. And said he fell on a desk. Don't have an affair. You've got a wandering eye. I know, you've got a wandering eye as well. Everyone's got, every now and then you see some forbidden fruit. Don't do it, mate. Do not do it. Do you know what you need to do? You need to give yourself a little treat, a little reward. Here's a tip for you and every other middle-aged man that might be tempted, right? Here's what you do. Don't have an affair. Book yourself for Thursday. Call it, what's your name again? Ian. Ian's Thursday. You can go out for the night. Put a little thing on the calendar there. Ian's Thursday. You know what that day's going to be? Chow mein and a wank. Isn't that something to look forward to? Hey? A chow mein and a wank. All the lads at work, what are you doing later, Ian? I'm having a chow mein and a wank. Fucking hell. It's exciting, isn't it? Big lad behind you, look at you, look at him. Look, he's staring at you, he's envious. Envious, aren't you? You'd love it, wouldn't you? How old are you? 35, you're not ready for this yet, my mate. I'll prove it to you. What would you have first, the chow mein or the wank? You'd have the chow mein. Well, actually, you are old enough, that's the acid test. Sometimes young people say, I'd have the wank then the chow mein. They're fucking idiots. You can't have a wank then the chow mein. No one's ever orgasmed and gone, ooh, noodles next. Have they? No one's. In the history of ejaculation, no one's ever gone, ooh, umami next for me. Plus, no one's making a chow mein, are they? No one's making it, are they? You're ordering it in. You can't follow a lad on a bike, can you, while you're having a wank? Don't. Men of our age, certain age, they say to us, they'll say things like this, you'll see it, men of our age, they'll say things like, you just come out of nowhere, they'll go, yeah, I've always had a keen interest in cycling. Sorry, Paul, you've had a keen interest in cycling? I've known you since junior school. You've not mentioned bikes since we were 12. And now we just spent $3,500 on carbon fibre. He's wearing Lycra. Don't wear Lycra for the first time in your 50s. You don't want to see your mate's knob like a little Stabilo highlighter boss pen. A little stubby orange fluorescent knob like that. Because he gets on his bike and goes for coffee and cake on the Wirral with his best mate. Buying bikes when you're 50. Grow the fuck up. They're not cycling, they're running. Men running. My mate started running, 48, ran the London Marathon, 3 stone overweight, did no training, dressed as a foam chicken. Ran the London Marathon, 3 stone overweight, foam chicken outfit, nearly died. Passed out at the end. What did the paramedics do? Wrapped him in tinfoil. These are the kind of pricks we're dealing with. Absolute bellends, middle-aged men. Middle-aged men like us, football fans, give me a cheer. Knobheads, every single one of you, yes. Like me, we're all the same. We all got a match. All this pent-up aggression. We're not smashing rocks anymore. We're going to match. Oh, I'm going to get it out tonight. What are you going to do? I'm going to fucking show them bastards. What are you going to do? I'm going to sing. What, on your own? No. That's fucking gay. Got to do it with all the lads. What, like a choir? Oh, yeah. You're a dick, and you know you are. You're a dick, 2, 3, and you know. Then there's another load of dicks over there going, oh, no. We think that you're the dick, so no. It's pantomime, this backwards and forwards going nowhere. And they're normally surrounded by their sons, lads, looking for inspiration from their fathers. Dad, why'd you behave like this? I only see you once a fortnight. Is this why Mum is with Rahul, my jiu-jitsu coach? Why'd you hate these men so much? Why? Yes, Dad, why? Well, yeah, we fucking hate them because despite the fact we have had the same socio-economic narratives to deal with and comparatively similar lifestyles growing up, and we share an abundance of cultural touchstones, you could argue we have far more in common than that what divides us. But notwithstanding the logic of my own argument, them pricks, they live 35 miles away from us. And they have a slightly different name for bread products. Such a weird middle-aged men about football. I love football, but with knobheads. Lads at a match going, yeah, we did that this week, we did that. No, they did this, we did that. Ooh, get your pronouns right. It's fucking them, right? It's not us, you're not doing anything. You're not in the team. Stop dressing up like them, you fucking weirdos. Stop dressing up like millionaire fucking Lithuanians. It doesn't suit you, Barry, you're 53. I reckon if you're over the age of 18 and you're not playing football, but you're wearing a football shirt, you should be on some kind of register. Because no one is fooled, are they? No one's there in the Asda going, don't look now, don't look. Kevin De Bruyne's by the chips. Kevin De Bruyne, the mercurial Belgian international with magic in his feet, is here. In Asda, in Bury. I like musical theatre. Yeah, there, I've said it. I like musical theatre. But you don't find me down the Little Ear dressed as a French revolutionary. How long is the offer on the hummus? 1 more day. One day more. Men, there's something about us. There's something so missing from us, so that we need other things to replace this thing that we've lost. Women have got it fucking mapped out. Women go through this physical struggle, the midlife, the menopause. It's difficult and tough and hard, I understand. And men, we feel like we're missing out, so we have to make shit up. Oh, I feel a bit lost. What shall become of me? Fuck all. Take the day off, just relax. Because women have had it tougher than us. Women, essentially, right, they're better than men, right? And they're easily influenced as well. They're just... We stumble through all these things as men. Stumble into the midlife crisis. Stumble into a relationship we shouldn't be having. Stumble into fucking saying things at football match we shouldn't be doing because we're men. Stumble into positions we shouldn't have because we've got this sense of privilege. That's what it is. It's male privilege. And if you don't accept it about yourself, then you're fucking an idiot. It's easier to be a man, yet we're the fucking stupidest. Men are different than women. Women are fantastic. We have one moment One moment, men, where we're necessary for the continuation of our species. That's our entire contribution. A brief nanosecond is our entire contribution to the circle of life. And you know what that moment is? And that's it. That is us done, finished. And that's it, it's over. Sometimes it comes with an apology. Imagine that. The most significant moment of your life. Sorry, I've been on nights. I'll try again next week. And that's it. Because once the sperm has left our body and has gone on this journey, this magical journey up the love tube, it's on the way there, typical bloke, the sperm as well, isn't it? Typical bloke, don't need direct, I know where I'm fucking going. I've been before, you haven't, that's the entire point, you can't have been. And it gets there, mate, and it travels up there to the eggs. Eggs, women carry eggs, mate, don't they? Eggs, men, eggs, all their lives, eggs. We won't be trusted with eggs on the bus, would we? And the sperm gets to the egg and it headbutts it and it starts to divide. And the male sperm's like, ah! And a woman grows a human being inside her. Isn't that magical? Isn't it? That a woman can grow a human being inside. You can have photos of you in utero with another human being inside you. Get a Polaroid to show your dad, which is the only time anybody's dad needs to see a Polaroid of you with another person inside you. That's the only... And then 9 months later, however long the gestation period is, this far up the M57, the baby is born. The baby is born. First thing we do is slap its ass, make it cry, get it ready for life. Here's some pain, moan about it, no one will do fuck all. You're ready for life. And then we count its toes, don't we? And we give it a gender. We assign it a gender. We either call it male or we assign it female. Male or female. We observe it's either male or female. Those are the two genders or sexes, however you want to describe it, that we currently assign at birth. And I know a couple of things. I know there are other genders available. And I also know there's a room full of people here with sphincters twitching. Where the fuck are we going with this? I didn't think I could feel as uncomfortable as I did when you talked about Islam. But Jesus, J.K. Rowling, move the fuck on. We need some light relief. However, I've got an opinion. And I'm right. It doesn't matter what my opinion is, does it? I'm right. And if you don't agree with me, you're wrong. That's the most fascinating thing about this entire debate about binary, non-binary. The only thing binary is opinion. I'm right, you're wrong. And here's my opinion for what it's worth. It doesn't matter what it is. But I think be who you want to be. Care for who you want to care for. Live your life. What does it matter to me how anybody else wants to live their life, however anybody else feels about themselves, however anybody else wants to present themselves? That said, here is a joke to excuse the piousness and balance up the hatred amongst some people towards me right now. I have a problem with pronouns. I don't think they're adequate. I'll be honest with you. I don't think they're adequate. I have a friend who's non-binary, and when I'm told they're coming for tea, how many am I cooking for? And that's the end of that very awkward minute and a half of your lives. Don't clap, it's wrong. You can clap, we might put it in later when the joke doesn't work. Boys and girls they are treated differently. We do treat them differently. They are different. Boys and girls are treated differently. They go to any school playground, see kids performing in the playground. They're different. Boys and girls. Girls are exciting, multi-leveled, multifaceted, like multitasking, all the multi-tools, like Swiss Army knives, girls. They've got everything going on. They've got fucking resting bitch face. They've got mind palaces. They're bouncing inside out of elastic bands. They're balancing 3 balls on a wall. They're doing all sorts of shit, aren't they? At 5 and 6 years old. Little lads just stood in the corner in new shoes. kicking a wall, fucking lads. Because men are born dumb, we live dumb, and we die dumb. This has always been the way. It's unbelievable that we become the dominant species in the species. It's unbelievable that male patriarchy exists. This fucking idea that this fucking lump of... You know this. If you've got boys and girls, boys are dumb fucks. Girls are interesting, fucking talented, weird snakes with tits. They're just magical. But they're interesting, aren't they? The girls are interesting. Boys are just fucking dumb. It starts as toddlers. Because what happens is we learn to walk and then we walk into shit that's got nothing to do with us for our entire lives. And this causes most of the problems in the world. Yeah? Toddlers. I'm a toddler. I've learned to walk. I can walk. Yeah? Is that an open fireplace? I'm wearing acrylic nightwear. Here I come. Is that a glass coffee table? Sharp corner, aye. Call me Cyclops. I'm on my way over. Seriously, it's not little girls in A&E with saucepans on their heads, is it? It's dumb fucking lads. They grow up, they become teenagers. Teenage lads. Is that a relationship I'm not emotionally capable of dealing with? Fuck it. I think I'll walk into that. Bit older, is that a job? A woman's more qualified than me to do. I think I'll be taking that, darling. Two women on the internet having a conversation. Fuck all to do with me. Let me explain a few things. So we get to this ironic, inevitable position where this dumpy fucking piece of lard is trying to explain gender imbalance and the menopause. So a room full of people, fraudulent slip. A room full of people. Men, we're so dumb now. We spend our lives thinking about all the things that are not that important. And I like, all right, I'll tell you this for a fact, right? I do like going to the match. I feel bad sometimes about slagging football fans off when I do that. I love football. I genuinely love the purest escapism of it. I love going to match, right? And the funny thing is, right, I'm a Manchester United fan, okay? Thank you for that. I've just spent 10 minutes telling you men are fucking knobheads. And I did a routine that explained that fucking men have basic shite tribalism. And 15 minutes later, you men who were born dumb, fucking live dumb and die dumb, hear that trigger and fucking moo like a fucking herd of cows, you absolute predictable wankers, right? Sorry for supporting the team where I'm from. So I go to the match, right? And I go to the match, and even there, they're patting you down for terrorism. That's what they're doing now on the way in. Pat you down. What are you doing? We have to let with terrorism, Justin. I go, what do you mean? They went, we can't let the terrorists win. I said, you let fucking Liverpool beat us 7-0 the other year, didn't you? Oh, look, you fucking idiots. Someone who can laugh at himself. Imagine that, a football fan with a sense of fucking self. Cut that out. Don't let these... I hope we beat you tomorrow, you pricks. Pat us down. Can't let a terrorist win, that's what they say. They have sniffer dogs now. Have you seen this at the match? They have wherever you go, man. It's dogs that sniff for fireworks. I feel sorry for them. I fucking love dogs, me. But dogs that sniff, they're trained specifically to sniff for fireworks and explosives and flares. I feel sorry for them. Poor service animals. Imagine giving your life to service and never knowing what you're going to be doing. They won't tell them, would they, obviously? What am I going to be? We'll tell you all good time. What is it going to be for me? We'll tell you soon. The day they pass the training. What will I be? All right, Flash. You're going to be sniffing for explosives. Oh, fucking hell. Imagine when they all meet up a year later, all the class of 2022 in some field, having schmackos and sniffing each other's bums, and then they get the dogs out of the cars and little chip onto the green there for you. They're all there, aren't they? All the dogs. You've got the bloodhound, the one that sniffs for bodies, the cadaver dog, one that goes looking for bodies up moors. Typical TV detective, isn't he? Brilliant at his job. An expert, but flawed personality. His domestic life is chaos, drinking too much. Don't speak to him, the fucking bitch. She won't let me see the pups. There's Sammy the Spaniel. You all right, Sammy? I'm all right. I'm still working at the airport. I'm a very busy boy. I like cocaine and tennis balls. And he turns to Flash. All right, Flash is fucking hell. Flash is there, half an ear, melted whiskers. Every time a van door shuts, fucking hell, that could be it. Love dogs. I've got a dog, Labrador, fucking great dog. Do you like dogs? Yeah, Labrador's proper dog, innit? Get a ball, throw a ball for Labrador, Labrador look at you. Do you want me to go and get it? Yes, I do. Will there be a biscuit when I get back? Yes, there will. Off she goes. Gets the ball, brings it back, gives it to you. Give her a biscuit, transaction complete. Everybody's happy. Now, not good enough. I want a curly one. What? I want a curly Labrador. They don't make them. They do. I've seen them on TikTok. And thus is born the Labradoodle. You've taken a perfectly normal dog, the Labrador, and you fannied about with it and ended up with a belligerent French twat of a dog. Do you think your Labradoodle's going to bring your ball back? Think again, my friends. It's French. They do fuck all they don't want to do. Have you ever seen a dog shrug? Throw a ball for a Labradoodle. You want me to go get the ball? Pourquoi? The ball was here, I am here, now the ball is there. You want me to get... For a biscuit? No. Every dog, seriously, every dog's a noodle, doodle, roodle, schmoodle, pot noodle, cock-a-doodle, doodle. What kind of dog have you got? She's a Bichon Frijon, Sprocker, Rocker, Toodle, Doodle. She's a mongrel, mate, that's what she is. You met a bloke round the back of B&M Bargains, right? During COVID, the dog's come out with a glass eye and a limp. Probably walked into a glass coffee table, thick fucking lad of a dog. You've handed $3,000 over and he took it home and just pisses and shits all around the house. Every dog's a noodle, doodle, roodle, spoodle. Here's the question, when was the last time any of us saw a poodle? Where are the poodles? Where are they? I'll tell you where they are. They're in a warehouse in Wigan getting fucked of all the other dogs. That's what happened in lockdown. We baked banana bread. Yeah, we got furloughed and poodles got slut. Hey! Do you know what I saw the other day? A rotty doodle. A rotty doodle. Someone's bred a Rottweiler with a poodle. My first thought was, that is not consensual. Because we know, don't we, that no means no. Imagine that poor poodle, first day at work, 9 o'clock, Wigan. Zootalo. Biting a bit of wood and humming the Marseillaise. What kind of dog is a rotty doodle, little angry dog with turkey teeth and a perm? That's not a dog, is it? That's Graham Souness on a lead. That's what you've got there. I got a new dog during lockdown. I got a new dog. Didn't get a noodle doodle, got a proper dog. Rescue dog from around here, actually. Got it from Dogs Trust in Merseyside. Fucking brilliant place. If you need a dog, go and rescue one. I got a Cocker Spaniel. Beautiful pup. Got beautiful dogs. People love them. Oh, is she a working or a show cocker? What? Is she a working or a show cocker? I'm like, I don't know. And I'm never Googling that again. They told us that they got her from a puppy smuggling gang. That was the backstory we got. That was the origin story. Nothing more than that. She came from a puppy smuggling gang. Awful, isn't it? Smuggled it in a suitcase. They found her. Told my mate, I said, yeah, she's from a puppy smuggling gang. And my mate went, oh, amazing, isn't it? I said, what? He went, what they can train him to do now. I said, you're a fucking idiot, mate. She was smuggled. She's not doing the smuggling. He thinks Dogs Trust has got these dogs from some county lines gang boss in Bootle going, all right, girls, get the cocaine sticking up your ass, all right? Watch out for Sam in the fucking grass. She's a companion dog to my older dog now. She's 14 years old. Fucking stink. She's beautiful. I love her, right? But, you know, she's 14. In dog years, she's fucking beyond insurance, right? She's just dead old. She's 14. Grizzly fucking eyebrows. She looks like that old bloke from the fast show. I couldn't possibly. She's dead old. She's a beautiful dog. Love her so much. But somebody said to us, get yourself a crossover dog. Do you know about this? Get yourself a young pup, bring it into the family, and it'll give the older dog a new lease of life. And the old dog teaches the new dog the ways of the house. It's kind of a lovely, mutually beneficial relationship. So we get the little dog and we bring it into the house, and she meets the old dog and she stands there and she goes, "Aya, aya, 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 aya." Eventually the old dog goes, "Fuck do you want?" And she goes, "I'm here to show you there's still life in you. There's still life in the old dog." You know what I mean, don't you? 30 years in, there's still life in the old dog. And the old dog goes, "All right, fine, but don't be showing me any new tricks." He don't want any new tricks, does he? Where'd you learn that? Why have you spat on it? I've just done a little trump. I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to pick that up. Don't be showing you a new trick, because they don't like new tricks, do they? They don't like old dogs. They don't like the new tricks. So off they go, and it's a lovely relationship they've got, like the old dog and the new dog, and they look after each other. Lovely. I wish I'd known about it years ago. I wish I'd known about the idea of this crossover dog years ago. I wish I'd known about it before my dad died. I could have had a crossover dad, couldn't I? I could have just got up to blokes in a pub, gone, "Aya, aya, 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 aya." What the fuck do you want? Do you like football? Him showing me his shirt. Oh, fuck off. Right? I'm going to tell you, my dad died, and I'm going to tell you the story of it to finish the show off. Oh, my God. But it's all right. It's fun, and you're allowed to laugh at it, okay? And if you don't laugh at it, this is my dad I'm talking about, not your dad. You're allowed to laugh about it. And if you don't, then you're besmirching his memory. So if you wanted my dad to have died in vain whilst I'm filming this show, then you sit there stony-faced, right? My dad died in hospital. We got people in from the NHS. A few people in. We always try and invite people in. We give some things out to the NHS. It's always the fucking anaesthetists and the consultant surgeons who come, not the fucking... But my dad died in hospital, surrounded by his family. It's a lovely phrase, isn't it? Surrounded by his family. It sounds gorgeous and comforting and natural and lovely and real. If he died in the Trafford Centre surrounded by strangers, they'd be suspects, wouldn't they? But because we're his family, no one questions us, do they? By the way, I'm not saying we killed my dad. This is not the end of a show that you weren't expecting. What was it like? It was all right. He fucked up a couple of times, and at the end, he told us he killed his dad. Police came for him. No. We're like, "Come on, Dad. You know you're going. We need bifolds." I mean, they're good, aren't they? Bifolds, but... If you haven't got bifolds and you're thinking about them, don't get them. They're not that good. I'll do you an impression of everybody who's ever bought bifolds. "Yeah, I've got new bifolds. Look. Ooh. Oh, it's cold." My dad died in the hospital, surrounded by his friends. I'm well looked after, beautifully looked after, I have to say, by the NHS. I thank them every day for that. They'd got him ready for us. We knew he was going... You know, you don't need to take the details, but they'd removed all the wires and the tubes from him and everything else, which I was grateful for. For a while, he looked like the back of the telly. And that joke is my mum approved. Mum approved that joke. I checked all this material with my mum, okay? I checked this material with my mum and she's approved it all. I checked the Muslim stuff with my Muslim mate as well, so I'm glad I didn't get the two mixed up, because... my mum's an Islamophobe, and Noz hated my dad. So they'd removed all it, and he was lying there, and we were all there, and me, my brothers, and my sister in this beautiful hospital where it looked after my dad, and playing my dad's music. They made him a YouTube playlist. My dad loved music, and all his music was playing on the YouTube thing there. And of course, it was the NHS, so it wasn't a premium channel. It was your standard YouTube channel, so they were adverts. Say what you like about those tech giants, they can rock an algorithm, can't they? So, James Taylor fades out, you've got a friend, and have you written a will? Kicks in, Jesus, I don't know. My dad loved music. It was very important to him in his life. He chose his own songs for his own funeral. He knew he was going, he chose his own songs. We walked my dad down the aisle. We didn't walk my dad down the aisle. It's the wrong phrase. We carried my dad. Walked my dad. It sounds like Weekend at Bernie's. We carried my dad down the aisle in the box provided for $3,000 that you never see burn. You don't hear? Just 6 screws. Zzz, 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 zzz. That'll do for Ethel, 800 quid. We carried my dad down the aisle. So his favourite song, Astrid Gilberto's The Girl from Ipanema. Beautiful. Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. At one point, we just felt it and took 3 steps back. We turned into a cha-cha chapel of rest. One pun in the show, that's all it is, one pun. And we were all there, and it was, I don't know if you've been in that situation. It is obviously a sad time and a hard and a difficult time, but the fact that we were all together, comforted by each other, was lovely. We were all there, me, my brothers and my sister, my mum, my own kids were there. My daughter, who is now 18, smart, capable of anything, apart from picking her own fucking clothes up off the bathroom floor. Apart from that, anything. And my son, who's not a child, by the way, he's 27. He's not a child. He's a bloke that lives in my house. For fuck all. That looks like me, but with potential. Do you know what I mean? Like a younger, slimmer, better version of me, just there in the corner of the kitchen eating cheese on toast. While I stand there going, crumbs! Crumbs! I'm aware of like Penfold from Danger Mouse. I don't need the catchphrase as well. As I stood next to my father's deathbed, literally, as I gazed upon the countenance of my younger, slimmer, more beautiful self, I couldn't help but feel it was almost Greek in its tragedy, this. As I stood by the deathbed of my father, caught midway between my own midlife, looking at my younger, more beautiful self. If you're not on board with this allegory, it's a bit like the end of an episode of Bullseye. Look what you could have been, Dad. And the silence in that room was palpable, because apart from the faint hum of machines in other parts of the ward and the stifled sobs of us and the people in the room and the smoke machine going off. That silence, just calm, nothing else. And the faint murmurings of 2 nurses in the next cubicle discussing a meal deal. Soaring on a Tesco club card deal. And in that silence, that heavy, pregnant, awful time where we know this is the saddest time, what do you say? You can't say anything. Can't look at each other. Because even though we're middle-aged men, brothers, we'll look at each other and one of us will do a blowjob face. And we'll go, what are you doing? And they go, he's doing a blowjob face. I'm on your father's fucking deathbed. So none of us are looking at each other. We're just staring at the floor, not knowing what to say. Not knowing, still don't know what you say. I know what you don't say. What our kid said. Apropos of nothing, out of nowhere, he just went, What do you fancy doing after this? What do you fancy doing? I don't know, grieve. What were you playing? And luckily, my sister, the greedy cow, went, I could eat. My dad's there, fucking death rattle, literally. I could eat, ow. I looked at my mum, I thought my mum would be dead, but my mum went, I've not had my dinner yet. 20 minutes later, my dad dies, and we're having fucking tapas. I'm like, he's not even cold. The fucking patatas bravas were. And I tell people that I say tap and they go, oh, is that what he would have wanted? No! It was a Friday. Thank you so much, everybody. Good night. See you again.